Hello and welcome back to Monster Hunter Stories 3, where today we've got a lot of side quests to do, and also we have a Narwa and Ibushi to kill. My team looks slightly different, mainly because this Arkveld has been raised specifically for Narwa and Ibushi. And I have repelled them 3 times. No kills yet, but that changes today. And we've got a super rare den on the way, so let's pop into that first. And RE framework got updated for this game, so I now have back the mod that makes it so that I automatically pick things up when I get within range to pick them up normally, which is functionally no different than just holding X at all times. Hey there, Califor. Hey there, Nick.
All right.
But yeah, I've gotten repels. Oh, they are moving away. We need to wait for them to get back within range. I've gotten repels. I haven't managed to get any kills, though I have been using this Arkveld for them because it's got all element resistance and a handful of other things that makes it good for them. And it wasn't level 99 on my last attempt, I'll say that much.
Huh? We have to do this.
Yes, as you can see, I've gotten as much done on these 2 as I can. Let's bring out the Arkveld, because this Narwa is going to be using speed right now.
Counting on you.
And I guess I'll just grab my hammer, maybe. Yeah. Or, wait, I need to be using tech.
Murray! This will do it.
Looks like my Arkveld was the only one on the team who dodged.
Watch out!
Okay, so they are both in red eye mode now. Yeah, Nick, it is really neat that we got new themes for Narwa and Ibushi here. Like, this is not the Rise theme for either of them. It's definitely inspired by the Rise theme, but it is not the Rise theme. Okay. Yeah, Nick, Arkveld is a poor flyer, and interestingly enough, it's also the slowest monster to use the quadruped stance. Like, the slowest flying wyvern that uses the quadruped stance. Okay, so what do I want to do here? Narwa is doing probably an AoE. Ibushi, I don't have to care about. He's not going for me. So I guess maybe a Blade Rush. And then, what do we got here? Defense down coating is real nice. I'm using a build that was recommended. We'll see how well it actually works in practice. Okay, neither one of them is going for me. That's great. I love not being the target. Let's get some pickaxe beaks up in here. maybe a spread shot to get some defense down on both of them. Okay, Narwa's going for my Arcveld. And Ibushi is doing something probably terrible. Let's just throw some more pickaxe beak on this lady. And some more spread shot on the both of them. Okay, he's buffing her attack.
Nice job. Now's our chance. You did it! Excellent!
Good stagger. Kept one of them from being a jerk. Narwa is now going for me. She is going to be using tech because she is in red eyes mode. What's Ibushi doing? Looks like Ibushi is doing an AoE because he's probably not buffing twice in a row. Since Narwa is using tech, that means my Arcveld can't really help me. And I'm probably going to lose a heart this turn because Ibushi is doing an AoE. But the fact that I'm probably going to lose a heart this turn won't change regardless of whether I bring someone else out for a double or not. So, what's Narwa got? She has got Wyvern Soul down medium. So let's actually make that large. And then I'll whip out my hammer and just win this head-to-head for damage. Or I'll lose the heart first.
Perfect. Now.
Okay, are they both using AoEs? I think they're both no, Narwa is attacking my Monstie, which means I do need to swap to someone who can use power. Dragon Roar from Isdarg seems like a solid play. Unfortunately, it looks like Ibushi is doing something probably nasty, so it would probably behoove me to life powder right about now. Just to keep Ibushi from taking another heart off of me.
Push yourself.
Mountain Fall is unpleasant. Really wish the Mountain Fall went after my Zinogre, but then again, no one got stunned, so it's fine. So I guess Mountain Fall just served to make that Dragon Roar stronger. Okay, he's using Piercing Stars. That is great. We love to see that. Hopefully that stays the case after I swap to my Arcveld.
Counting on you.
Good. Because my Arcveld absolutely needs a little bit more kinship here. And I don't have a means of giving it, other than just having him attack.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, Piercing Stars, stopping them when they appear to both be wanting to use an AoE. Great timing.
This will do it.
Okay, so defense down. I just put on defense down large and she just removed it. But she didn't give herself defense up large because she had defense down. What is Narwa doing? She is doing something AoE probably. Let's go ahead and Blade Rush, because that's worn off by now. And I think maybe a Dust of Life even, because I want to survive whatever this whatever this Narwa is about to do.
No.
Wow, I did not survive that. Okay, no hearts left. Yeah, Nick, the NPCs are really good at timing kinships, except for when they very much aren't. Some of them are terrible at it. Okay, they are both doing standard head-to-heads. The only one we can do anything about is Ibushi. So I guess we'll go do something about Ibushi. Because I cannot... Well, I mean, Arkveld only has a single target thing, so... Yeah, he can only stop one of them no matter what. So I guess, yeah, just doing a... Winning a head-to-head with Ibushi is the way to go here. Probably. Let's go for that. Why not? Okay, and now Ibushi is doing a thing while Narwa is just attacking. Do I want to stop Ibushi doing his thing? It's single target. It's going to be dragon typed. Dragon is the type that my Arkveld has to care more about. But if I use my kinship right now, that denies me the ability to use it later. On potentially an AoE or something else that's nastier than what Ibushi's about to do. Maybe the answer is Surrogate Gem. And now there are more targets. Ibushi is going for Gull. That's totally fine. Narwa appears to be doing something unkind. But my Arkveld resists lightning pretty darn well. I mean, not that well, clearly, but well enough. And looks like the Wyvern fell... Wyvern Soul Defense down has fallen off of Narwa. But we only need it on one of them at a time because they share a Wyvern Soul gauge. Though, Narwa is the one that I would rather put it on because she is the one who is weak to dragon. So let's just slap another pickaxe beak on her.
Too slow.
This will do it.
And that barely tickles my Arkveld. What's Ibushi doing? Ibushi is going for an AoE by the looks of it. Because he is looking straight at Sareg, but doesn't have any kind of line. So either he's using an AoE or he is giving Narwa attack up large. Both of those are things that I don't want to have happen. So I'm just going to go ahead and slap this level 3 kinship on his arms. Okay, I'm stopping Mountainfall. That's a good thing to stop. And we haven't seen Arkveld do this yet, so we might as well watch it. Really interesting that the monster you're targeting just sits there and lets all of this happen. Okay, Ibushi is dead. And by the looks of things, maybe Narwa is too? No. She is not dead. But she's about to be. Probably don't even need to bother with a pickaxe beak if we're being honest. Yeah. Alright, Narwa and Ibushi, killed for the first time on my stream and also on my file. We barely brought those suckers down. Ooh, 2 Elder Dragons at the same time. Really makes you wonder, huh? Perhaps they're mates? Much like a Rathalos and Rathian.
I see.
Could be, could be. To think the 2 of them getting close to would whip up that flurry. Ain't nothing normal about them things.
Oh dear.
Nick, Gull with the bow because Sareg is actually really good against Narwa and Ibushi. Just, it does dragon damage, it shoots out bleed. And with the bow instead of with the longsword, just because it felt like a thing. I mean, bleed coat is good, exhaust coat is good, attack down coat is good, accuracy down coat is good. Yeah. Basically, anything he can do with that bow is useful for us. Except for maybe paracoating. I don't think they can be paralyzed. But yeah, everything else he can do with the bow is good, and Sareg is good. So that's why Gull with the bow and Sareg. And now, my followers are stronger, so that's nice. Shame I'm going to have to beat Narwa and Ibushi from full health to make me better. It looks like we've got 2 more super rare dens to visit before we start actually working on side quests. Oh, that is a barrel feline. I need to actually kick Arkveld off the team. Because while Arkveld is pretty good, he's not what I need in his slot. And here we see proof that the mod I have installed that is equivalent to just holding X will not open chests for me. Even though just holding X would make you open a chest automatically. And I will take a highly potent Velkhana. Yeah, Nick, it is weird that they neglected to give us the armors for some of the monsters in the game. Okay, so this was where Steam Veins went. I've got a couple other monsties that I'm working on leveling. Mainly because I want to have the options. It's a shame that I looked into whether or not it would be possible to make a team with every element and every ride skill. The answer is yes, but I would have to ditch certain monsties that I absolutely adore. Like, say, Blanc here would have to go. Because Nargacugas are the only ones who have stealth. Though admittedly, stealth is only really usable, or, well, only super useful when trying to sneak up, or sneak around invasive monster territory, I would imagine. It's not that useful basically anywhere else. And then, like, ground dive I would have to get not from a Diablos, but rather from an Almadron, who would also then be my swimmer, if I wanted to try and get all of the ride actions in one party with all monster elements represented. And if I did that, then I think I'd be like 3 or 4 speed monsters with the rest being tech, basically. Like, it's really hard to make a balanced party that has a balanced mix of attack types, monster types, and ride actions. We need more options. There should be more monsties with stealth than just Nargacugas. Like, give it to Kezu. Those things are ambush predators. But no, they have to let Kezu roar, and they decided that stealth and roar should be put on the same input. And mutually exclusive. Oh, also, between streams, I found every last Poogie. I haven't turned that quest in yet, but I found them all. I can even tell you where my last 2 were. Once we get out of this den. A green Narga is fine. I could risk it for a Silverwind, but we're probably only getting 1 more egg out of there, and there's a decent chance it would be a bear.
All right. Go!
Yeah, Nick, Namiel is really, really good. I'm glad it's not the strongest water monstie, but it's really hard to argue that it's not the best water monstie. Yeah, my last Poogie in this map was on one of these rivers. There's a spot, like, just as the river turns somewhere, maybe around here. Or here, or some, it might be in here. There's a spot where it turns and there's like a bunch of food on the riverbank and a Poogie right next to it. And then my other last Poogie, the very last one I found, was, I think, like here? Just hanging out at the edge of the map in a place where I just never got close to because I would always go cut this corner when trying to grab monstie parts and stuff. So yeah, I just never went all the way to the edge. And that was where my last Poogie that I found was. Alright, so now it is time to go beat up some monsters. But yeah, like, in terms of water monster stats, Soulseer does have higher attack and crit, and I believe speed than Namiel, but it loses so much bulk, and the amount of attack it gains isn't even that much. So I think it's very difficult to argue that Soulseer is better than Namiel. So yeah, Namiel's just good. Though, admittedly, Namiel's kit, the way it's geared around doing both water and lightning damage, isn't exactly ideal. But, I mean, it's still fine.
Now's the time. Oh, now. Yeah.
That helps. Hey, now's our chance. All right.
Nice para.
Counting on ya.
Thank you. That helps. You did it! Now's your chance! This'll do it! How about this? All right!
Ah, right, this is more than just an Anjanath. Apparently, everything enfeebles this Gravios, but it's a black Gravios. We're gonna go for the back first because that's what you do for a Gravios.
Nice. Counting on ya.
Thank you. This will do it!
We're out of time.
You know what? Let's just let the Infernal Flames ride. Nice. Got the Nox Poison and the para.
Now's our chance!
Okay, with Gravios being mad, I believe it's going to use tech.
All right.
Now! Ready?
Yeah, Nick, personally, I prefer average over cautious. Like, there's definitely advantages to cautious in that they basically won't spend stamina on their own. Personally, I don't like it because it makes them spend too many of their own turns using the take a breather thing or whatever it's called, where they just give themselves a little bit of stamina. I would much rather have a Monstie that is more likely to use its attacks instead of just try and recover stamina. So yeah, I like to go with average attack. That is my personal preference for their preference. Because, like, average, they're still likely to keep enough of their stamina around that you can make use of it. And having attack be their preference makes it more likely that when they're not spending stamina, they're just going to use an attack. I should break out my hammer.
Hey! Counting on ya.
Okay, we got the para. I think it uses power when it's in this mode? I don't remember. But I think it uses power. We're going to assume it uses power. We are going to assume correctly.
Now's your chance! This will do it!
Good going.
Yeah, Nick, that is a good question of what title updates will bring. I mean, in the past, they've brought us more Elder Dragons and Rajangs. So, stronger monsties? Probably. High rank? Who knows? Why did I use Plesioth Dash instead of Omni Chaser?
Nice job! Watch out!
Right in time.
Ready? Open!
All right. Out of the back pocket.
You did it!
All that teamwork.
Yeah, Calfor, it is interesting they haven't put out a roadmap yet. maybe they assume that since this is an RPG, like a regular standard old turn-based RPG as opposed to an action RPG or whatever. Hey, one of these. Still need to find all of those. I assume that maybe they're thinking that putting out a roadmap will basically just make people go, oh, but it's a single-player game. Are you saying you released it unfinished? Like, it's an RPG. Those are supposed to just have all their content right from the start, and then you buy them once, and then it's done, and you can play the whole game. But if you were doing title updates, I guess that means you didn't finish it. That's my guess as to what they're thinking and why they haven't put out a roadmap or anything yet. Is just, it's different for a single-player game versus a multiplayer game where they have to keep people playing. And yeah, it's also possible that title updates contain spoiler things. Howdy, Ranger. Finished off those 3 monsters yet? Apparently, yes. They were, like, right behind you. They were really close to where you were. You couldn't go over there and do that yourself?
Amazing.
See, I knew you could do it. If anything, it might have been too easy for a ranger. Thanks to your assist, I should be able to tackle the mountain of requests I have on my end. I'd better pick up the pace myself. I want to see the smiles on my clients' faces as soon as I can. Well, if we meet up again somewhere, I'll be counting on your helping hand. And now let's go beat up this feral Toby Kadachi.
We've got this, everyone. Let's go.
Easy peasy.
Okay, so it's a Toby, which means it's going to be using speed first, right? Right. Ah. It's been too long since I fought a feral monster. I forgot about the whole backlash thing. I pulled an Ogden.
All right.
Nice, got the Nox poison.
Counting on ya.
Thank you.
Okay, looks like we've probably got an AoE incoming. So maybe letting a tail stun happen is the way to go. No stun.
No.
Okay, so with this thing being mad or charged, I don't know what it uses. Power? Part of me wants to say it's probably tech, but I don't know for sure. Let's give it a shot. Is it power? Well, I guess we're going to find out. Or maybe we're not because he used a trap. Yeah, we're not going to find out, but it's also not going to matter just yet. So that's fine, I guess. And the tail is ready to break the moment this thing gets out. Oh, can't Omni Chaser anymore. Let's do an Infernal Flames. And we will do... What coating is that? That's flash coating. I don't need flash coating. Let's lunge stance the tail. Oh, Ogden's using a shock trap. We're just never going to learn what this Toby Kadachi wants to do while it's in enraged mode. Or charged mode, or whatever the heck mode. Ogden wasting a shock trap. And looks like it wants to do something AoE right now. So yeah, we are just never going to learn what it wants to do. I'm thinking a double kinship right now ought to finish this thing. Also,
Right?
in terms of using double kinships and whatnot. Oh, it's not going to finish it. Well, whatever.
Calm down.
I just today, an NVIDIA driver update went out that was specifically, it's a small version and all it had listed was bug fixes for certain games. It did not list any for this game, but there is the chance that maybe it will still solve the crashing issues this game has been experiencing. And so I installed it. So fingers crossed, I'm running this at 4K, not bothering to lower it down for reduced crash chances. So we'll just hope. I'm playing with fire here. Let's hope I don't get burned. Oh, the arms are about to break.
Counting on you.
Thank you.
Or maybe they're not.
Yeah. On to the next.
Yeah, Nick, in terms of getting green plesioths in Azuria's Lake, they only spawn in very specific places. That's how it goes with monsters that were there from the start. Like, they'll only spawn in specific spots. Whereas monsters that you add that were not originally in a region start replacing other spawns. So that's why you're not finding many green plesioths. There's one in... if we take a look here, there's one in this cave. That's where you find green plesioth in the Azuria Lake. It's always there. So yeah, that cave right there. Did you penalize those young Garuga for trying to purloin my paw print pita? I gotta hit the road soon or it'll all go stale. Thank you so much. I can finally get this show on the road. What do you say? Want a doughy delight for yourself? It's a flavor that make even monsters go gaga. I believe you mean that makes. A bit tough but tasty, you say? Precisely. That's what makes my paw print pita last so long. I need to grab some mega rations. Oh, and apparently I also need to grab some regular rations. I've been spending a lot of them. Because I've needed to basically just buy turns while farming the invasive crab, which is the best return on invasive parts per time spent. I've gotten a bunch of invasive parts, but I still need more than 100 more if I want to actually finish making everything in the game. It's kind of ridiculous how much they want you to get. Yeah, Infernal Flames is fine. Look at this spider resisting every status we try and put on it. I mean, I know the spider's about applying status and not getting status, but still. Well, Chirpy's gonna be unhappy.
Eyes up.
Well, we finally applied one status. Okay, it looks like a crash has indeed come for me. So, the new NVIDIA driver does not stop the crashes. Good to know, but also unfortunate. Just gonna open the event viewer, make sure it is in fact the NVIDIA driver crash, and yep, sure is. So yeah, same crash as always. Nothing new about it. Yes, Outlander, you have arrived at the perfect time. Everyone loves a crash. And yeah, Nick, it would be neat if the title updates gave us more invasives. It would also be very neat if the title updates let us hatch the invasives. I would love to be able to get invasive versions of all the monsties that have invasive versions, because, like, a lot of those invasive monsties just look way cooler than the non-invasive ones. I want a Steel Seregios. Anyway, just waiting. Okay, there we go. Windows error reporting is done. As much as I would love to also have this report go through to Capcom, it takes like 3 to 5 minutes for it to actually freaking finish. And I can't deal with that on stream. I mean, I can, I just don't want to. I don't want to have a white screen be just all we see for a good 5 minutes. Also, oh no, reframework, or RE framework was on screen for a moment. Again, I only have that installed so that I don't have to hold the X button to gather. I was also kind of hoping that RE framework would prevent the crashes, because sometimes RE framework does optimize things slightly so that crashes are less likely, or so that the games run slightly better. Like, it got rid of some stutters in Resident Evil Village and whatnot. So, like, sometimes RE framework is good like that, but not in this case. So, I have never seen a crash while running at 1440. Let's see if that holds true. It's not a huge downgrade in terms of visual quality, but dang it, it is a downgrade. And I'm just hanging out for a minute until I can see for sure on the playback that 1440, yep, still fills the screen, all right. So, slightly fewer pixels. And hopefully, 100% fewer crashes.
We've got this, everyone. Let's go.
Easy peasy.
Wait. There we go.
We've got the upper hand.
No reason not to do preemptive strike. My guess is that BST is supposed to be like boost, not beast. And dang, if boost doesn't make things better. Plus 10 Wyvernfell, plus 5 skill power for plus 0 stamina.
Thank you.
Counting on ya.
That helps.
Nice dodge.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, the Steel Seregios and the Salamander Kezu are visually my two favorite of the invasives. Because they're just really neat. Might as well try a synchro rush. Sure, we crashed the last time I did. But I don't have the Steam achievement for doing all the synchro rushes yet. Because they put the Steam achievement for it at the final point instead of at the point that gives you the actual in-game award. Oh, someone else is after your paw print pita, huh? I've got no more paw print pita to give. Don't bite my head off. Or my paws. Wow, an adventurer? With a meowster in tow? Give me a paw, will ya? A Lunagaran lurking around these parts keeps trying to take my paw print pita. If it pilfers any more, I'll be broke. Adventurer, get that pita-pinching Lunagaran off my back. For real? You're a lifesaver. I was heading for a village in the Canalta Timberland in the dead of night, see? And when I asked this huge man for directions, to my shock, it was a Lunagaran standing on its hind legs. I freaked out and chucked some paw print pita to get away. But now that it's got a taste of my bread, it chases me down every time it spots me. How's a feline supposed to do business like this? Show that jerk what happens when you mess with commerce. Oh, hey, there's another super rare den. Because crashing and reloading does refresh dens. So incidentally, now that people have got all the monsties and whatnot and taken a look at all the stats and additional effects for kinship moves, turns out Stygian Zenogre here is easily one of the best in terms of what kinship move it has. It does a large amount of dragon damage, a pretty good chunk of Wyvern Fell, and gives Wyvern Fell down, or Wyvern Soul res, or Wyvern Soul defense down, or whatever the heck it is. It's really good. Velkhana's is also remarkably good.
Take it easy now.
Hang on, we need to get a preemptive strike on this guy. I was still in the just changed monsties can't attack phase. And the head is the only thing we can attack on this thing.
Counting on you.
That helps.
I was kind of hoping my sweet spot would go first, but oh well. At least we got the Nox poison. Oh, and I would have gotten stun if I did go first. And looks like none of these breaks is anything more than just a break. So I'm gonna guess this guy's using power when he's mad? Yep. I don't know why I Venom Flamed again. I already have Nox Poison on this thing. Those two are going for the one part that can't break. But, they don't need to go for anything else. Because this thing's gonna die this turn anyway.
You're on a roll.
Yeah! On to the next!
Yeah, Nick, Stygian being a great dragon monstie indeed never changes. In this game, we do have Malzeno, and Malzeno's good and all, but his kinship move is not as good. What was this boy after? Oh. Right, we were supposed to do more than just... There. Welcome back, miss. Did you find Gogo? No, but we killed the Tobi Kadachi. Oh, I guess we did find Gogo. Gogo, Gogo! Welcome back, Gogo! I'm so happy you're back! Yeah, this is it. Gogo, my Gargwa plushie. Ah, it's a plushie and not a real Gargwa. Okay. Then I guess it didn't die. Thanks so much for finding him, you guys. Hey, you say thanks too, Gogo. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Look, Gogo talks when you squeeze him, all honk, squawk. Isn't it so cool? We've always been together since I was itty-bitty. He's my precious family. That's why me and Gogo owe you guys big time. Thanks for saving my bestest friend.
Right.
I really wish that Ray Dow didn't show up as a Monstie so much later than Bolt Reaver, who just is better in very nearly every way. Like, sure, Bolt Reaver is an optional unlock, Astalos itself is, whereas Ray Dow is a mandatory part of the story, but like, it's a flying wyvern that is an electric flying wyvern, and it's just Bolt Reaver beats the pants off of it stats-wise. Oh, it's just you, adventurer, and riding a Meowster, I see. So, did that Lunagaran get the spanking it deserves? Hang on. Aw, kitty litter. My peaceful days of slinging paw print Peta to the masses are gone. I want to see, does that text and riding a Meowster I see change if I'm not riding it? It does not. So, get your eyes checked, cat. I'm not riding a Meowster. Unless you're talking specifically to Rudy, which I guess he is riding a Meowster. Phew, finally a bit of good news. Thanks to you, adventurer, I can get back to business. First that young Garuga, then the Lunagaran. Is my paw print Peta really so scrumptious to Meowsters? Huh. Maybe I should whip up a special batch those beasties can eat. A little less salt, go easy on the oil. That settles it. I'll make bread for adventurers with Meowster partners, guys who love canines, you name it. I'll be back to peddle my wares once the new batch is ready. I'll see you there, adventurer.
Good, Monstie.
Wonder where the other junk piles in this forest are. Because I do need to break them. I think I've only gotten half of them. Like, I don't even know if they're restricted specifically to the lower reaches or if they can be up on the mountain too. Literally found the last Poogie on this map before I found all the junk piles. But it looks like we are done with turn-ins here. Okay, nothing for us to do in Shepparton. So let's head to Azuria. And see if we get the traditional Azuria hitches. The answer appears to be yes. I don't know what it is about specifically Azuria that does that. And the thing is, when I'm playing on my Steam Deck, it doesn't do that. It's only when I'm playing on my PC. So just something about Azuria does not agree with NVIDIA drivers by the looks of things. Oh, the Poogies, they're back safe and sound.
Appreciate it.
My dear Poogies, they're all back, every last one of them. What can I even say at this point? This old heart is bursting with gratitude. Thank you. The Poogies are way happier than usual. They must know that everyone is back. They're out there oinking up a storm. You can hear it from miles around. That sounds like a bit of noise pollution. Public nuisance type thing. Wait, that's actually kind of loud, ain't it? Is something the matter? Isn't there supposed to be, like, some better reward for getting all 100 Poogies? Maybe this is one of those things where, like, the next step of the quest doesn't show up until we've, reloaded.
We've got this, everyone. Let's go.
Easy peasy.
Okay, Cuckoo's gonna start with tech. So we inundate it. Going specifically for the tail because it is not in glowy mode yet.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go with the Nami torrent that Namiel wants to do. No reason not to.
Counting on ya.
That helps. Watch out!
Nah, Nick, this isn't a new endangered den. This is just a quest den. There are a select few quests that add dens. And this is one of them. And unlike in previous Stories games, the quest dens are not silver. They're just here. You know what? Let's use Thunder Explosion. This thing does have reduced stats, including Thunder Defense.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ogden just really loves getting backlashed. It's his favorite. Oh, but he's using a pit trap instead of something that'll get him backlashed. Interesting. Well, I'm about to make that pit trap potentially less useful.
All right.
You did it!
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, if this thing is stuck in a pit, no reason we shouldn't go for the tail.
Good one.
And looks like the tail should break. No matter who hits it first.
Excellent!
And now Ogden cannot get backlashed anymore.
Counting on ya.
Poor guy's losing his favorite pastime.
Right in time.
No!
Oh. I was not looking at the map. I didn't see that there was a new endangered den near the vineyard. At least I wasn't looking at that part of the map. So I'll have to pay more attention, won't I? You know what? I bet a double kinship when this thing is this low on health and knocked down might just get rid of it.
All right.
See what we can do.
Yeah. Yeah, that got rid of it.
Oh, that teamwork.
Your Highness.
Wow, that sure is just a regular ass Yonkuku egg. Nothing special about it.
All right.
This better just be an Azuria pause. Okay, good. Every time that happens... Oh. That is, in fact, new. Every time we get one of those big pauses, it just makes me worried. Oh no, is the game crashing? But no, it's not crashing. It's just Azuria interacting with specifically my system and or hardware. Maybe other people's it does the same, but I don't like it. It makes me concerned. Okay. Was secretly hoping for a new invasive monster, but I guess not. And there's a flying wyvern egg. What the heck kind of flying wyvern is this going to be? What am I missing?
Look at that.
That is not a flying wyvern egg. Why was it a flying wyvern egg until we broke it out? Judging by the color, I have a feeling I know who this is.
All right.
And the answer is probably the same someone that we get for rescuing all the Poogies in other games. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Okay, Gravios.
I've got this. Let's go.
Take it easy now.
The back is already gettable. Let's make sure we've got the surface break going on the back. And we've got poison coat, but I'd rather have defense down coat.
This will do it.
Good going. Hey. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now's the time. Counting on you.
That helps.
Alright, and we're gonna break the back this turn and thereby save Ogden from his basest instincts.
Good going.
He will not have to worry about getting himself backlashed once this thing enrages. And not a turn too soon. Might as well do a Storm Veil. And I'll go ahead and slap an aerial aim on that back.
Now's our chance.
Now's the time.
Got the stagger, preventing the sleep gas. Very nice. And now let's do a thunder explosion, because we've got Stormveil up. It's got thunder defense down, as well as regular defense down. Like, yeah, we are all set up for that thunder explosion to do good damage. That was hardly worth writing home about.
Watch out!
All right.
Now!
Nick, I'm pretty sure what determines Ogden's hunting horn sound is whether he's using one of the single melody attacks or whether he's using the performance abilities. So like when he's using defensive ditty, it does just Magnum Hollow noises, versus if he's doing Magnificent Trio, it does more of an actual musical thing. That's my guess as to what it is. I might be wrong. I haven't paid too much attention too much of the time,
Now's the time.
but I think that's what it is.
Good one.
Ready? Okay!
I don't think this is going to get the kill, but it will stop the Hydro Blast.
Work! Excellent! Now's your chance! Let's calm down.
Okay.
And this Venom surprise will probably get us the kill.
Got 'em.
All right!
Yep.
Oh, that teamwork.
Azuria, can you stop doing this to me? I always get so scared it's gonna crash.
We've got this, everyone. Let's go!
Easy peasy.
Well, at least this quest gives us a second option for defeating an Espinas who starts off sleeping. Because the only other sleepy Espinas in the game is the one in the cave on the lake, and it never respawns after you beat it, so... Hooray, a second sleepy Espinas. And I might as well just spend some time setting up while we've got this thing here.
Thank you.
Oh, look at him dodging the sleep counter. Though, honestly, I don't need to really bother with trying to keep this thing asleep the whole time now, do I? Shame it doesn't have the sleep status, so I can't use Omni Chaser on it. But I can get a ton of Wyvernfell with Perfect Strike. Let's go for it.
This will do it.
And hey, unlike the last sleepy Espinas we fought, we're not level 10, so we can actually survive the sleep counter.
Counting on you.
And if I'm not mistaken, this Espinas is the same level as the Cave Sleeper. Give this thing a nice inundate, because that does the same debuffs as Nami Torrent and costs less.
Good going.
You did it!
Now's the time.
This Puke Puke just blinded a sleeping Espinas. Guess since the horn is broken, we don't need to go for that anymore. This is one really tired Espinas. Thing's lost more than half its health and it's still sleeping away. Ogden is the only one who's evaded any sleep counters.
Calm down.
And he evaded almost every single one. I was kind of hoping we'd be able to get this thunder explosion in while it was still asleep, but oh well. Is this thing... It is normal. And yet, it's not doing a single target thing. Well, I guess we're probably going to lose a heart or two to these infernal flames, but whatever. Actually, depends on whether or not that happens.
Counting on you.
That helps. All right.
This Espinas did not get to use a single move other than sleep counter.
Call that teamwork.
And boy did it use a lot of sleep counter. And a Namiel is here. While I do not need to get a new Namiel kill, I believe I do still need some Namiel parts in order to get things made. Like, I don't need Namiel specifically for having killed Namiel, but yeah, Namiel parts I need in order to finish making all of the Namiel things. I believe I've still got like 2 or 3 weapons to upgrade with Namiel parts. Oh, really should have upgraded this earlier. I think I already made the Namiel longsword all the way. Yep. Did I finish the bow? Might as well do that. I've got the invasive parts for it. Of course, now I don't have the invasive parts for the Namiel bow, if we look at it, and I did already finish that. So the gun lance, maybe? Maybe I did already finish it. Oh, yep, sure did. Maybe I'm not missing Namiel parts. If memory serves, I'm exactly 1 Yamatsukami part, like any Yamatsukami part away from being done making Yamatsukami stuff. Yeah, looks like maybe I am done with Namiel. Still, it is here. I might as well play with it. Namiel is weak to fire, I want to say? Yeah, fire. Except for when it's exposed, where it becomes weak only to... And water depleted, where it's weak only to normal, apparently. But yeah, we'll go ahead and bring fire. Was using this Goss Harag armor because it's actually got decent stuff for dealing with Narwendi Bushi. Though typically I prefer my Regios armor because it's got more stuff. Though admittedly, Dragon Buster is probably worth slotting in place of Stamina Boost. Because doing more Wyvern Fell is good, especially on Namiel, which is very dependent on doing enough Dragon Fell to keep yourself alive. Do I have a food buff? I do. And my food buff is currently the one that gives more parts for defeating monsters. Because I was farming monster parts. And you know what? I don't mind getting more Namiel parts, even though I may not need them at all. I'm going to fight this thing because it's here. And I don't know if I've done a full health to 0 Namiel kill on stream before, so we're going to. Alright, so we're gonna open up with a tail stun. There's not a very good chance that we'll get the stun, but there is a chance. I could use accuracy down coding, but I think I'm gonna try a perfect strike as my opener. No, perfect strike costs too much. But I don't have anything else that's done, so I guess I am just using accuracy down coding and hoping for the best. No stun.
You're on a roll.
And we dodged the Glimmer Strike. Oh, right, I should have been using Eleanor. While Ogden was easily the best partner for Namiel before, now that we're at higher levels, Eleanor is actually really, really good to have. So I kind of wish I brought her. But oh well, I didn't. And we have to live with this choice. I'm going to actually Savage Fireball with Ratha here. Though, admittedly, that is going to reduce our generation of kinship on a Monstie, which is kind of bad if we're being honest. We want to have kinship before this thing does its AoE spam, but it should still be okay. Nice, we got some poison going. Okay, Namiel's firing some water over at Wrath. Let's have him Solar Cry, while I use an aerial aim to try and cut that accuracy. Oh, Nami shot's coming first. But it's okay because we have enough HP and defense that we can actually survive Namiel's attacks now. This is a different world than we were in with the demo. Okay, we have got an AoE incoming. Let's go ahead and Solar Cry while also using a life powder.
Are you okay?
Thank you, God.
Plus, Namiel does have accuracy down large, so there's a chance it just misses everyone. Or para can also happen. So, yeah, the chance that it just misses everyone is still there. It's not burning, so Great Flaming Vortex isn't the best choice there, Rathalos. I kind of want to swap to my Espinas, and the thing is, I'm going to have to use a heal on it if I want to have a better chance of it surviving this AoE. So I'll go ahead and do that.
Don't push yourself.
Chirpy was the only one who dodged. And here comes another AoE, but this one might be interruptible. We do have this thing at slightly lowered Wyvern Soul, but I don't know that that's low enough that we'll actually get the interrupt. And the accuracy down is gone, so actually let's just hop on Ratha for safety's sake. Okay, so the para kept us safe. Well, can't exactly get off Ratha without using my kinship, and I don't want to do that just yet, so we are just gonna stay up here. And hey, we got the burn. Okay, with it being in this mode, it is going to be using speed. It's unfortunate. If it was using power, then I could use Great Flaming Vortex for a lot of damage, but instead we'll just be using Fireball. Or no, it doesn't matter because Venom Surprise is happening, so we can use Great Flaming Vortex. I'm going to stick up here because pretty soon Namiel is going to go into AoE spam mode.
Okay. How about that?
You did it!
Nick, I believe Exhaust does exist outside this fight. Which, exhaust is the term for that water blight status. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it exists outside this fight, and it looks like this is AoE spam mode. So, a surrogate gem to dodge the first one.
You okay? Getting rough.
And then the second one, we just tank. Oh, it's already burnt, so let's do a Great Flaming Vortex on the head.
Eyes up.
No! What?
And we did get knocked off, but that should be the last time this Namiel gets to do its AoE spam. And this tail stun should get us the stagger, so we shouldn't have to care too much about it doing anything nasty.
Excellent!
And now it's just a matter of keeping this thing toppled frequently enough that it never gets into AoE spam mode again.
Now's the time. Hey. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good going.
Because thankfully every topple resets it back into depleted state. And since we get to start in depleted state for all topples after the first, it's much easier to actually get a topple before it gets into AoE spam mode. Alright, so it is attacking my Espionage. That's totally fine. We can Omni Chase that. And I can even double attack with it, though do I want to? With the hammer, it's probably worth it.
Counting on you.
Yeah, the hammer does decent Wyvern Fell even without using a move. And Infernal Flames, I am totally willing to let go. And hey, we can do a ton of Wyvern Fell right here, though actually I think I'm better off saving it for after the Namiel falls, and then I can do a lot of Wyvern Fell when it's down. So that costs 50 stamina. Let's go ahead and aerial aim now. Because we can get that accuracy down L. And this thing's gonna fall down soon, but apparently not right now.
Out of time.
Let's get a Plesioth dash in here. That might get us the knockdown. And in the meantime, we will rapid shot. Okay, now we've got the knockdown.
Nice job!
Okay, what is the most Wyvern Fell we can do with one move that isn't kinship? Looks like 50 is the most we can do. So I guess we'll just Plesioth Dash. So yeah, at this point in the fight, everything is about doing Wyvern Fell. And boy, is this Wyvern Fell.
Watch out!
So we actually do not want to double here because that reduces the Wyvern Fell output that we get. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and Omni Chase. Because yeah, this way, we knock it down with our first hit, and then our Espinas still gets to use its move to do a little bit of Wyvern Fell. Whereas if we did a double, we wouldn't have gotten that extra bit of Wyvern Fell. And that is the thing that we need to care about, is doing Wyvern Fell. Like, we don't have to always do 50 Wyvern Fell, but we have to always do some. And honestly, some Pickaxe Beak would not go amiss.
Counting on you.
Nice.
All right.
Good going.
Let's calm down.
Okay, so it's going to be using Tech now, so I guess a Dragon Roar. I mean, we don't have to be using Isdarg right now, but I kind of want to. And we'll throw that there, and I'm going to just Omni Chaser again. I don't need to be doubling here, because doubling will make us do less Wyvern Fell. Admittedly, not as much less Wyvern Fell. Actually, you know what? It's probably fine. Because, yeah, we're not going to get the whole Wyvern Fell bar down on this turn. So we're not losing out on a whole lot. Alright, you want to keep going for Isdarg? Then you can keep going for Isdarg. This time I will go separately from Isdarg, because there is a decent chance that we might finish the meter this turn. See?
Now's the time. Good going.
And Venom Surprise is going to interrupt this AoE. That's great.
Okay. Got him.
And we got the knockdown. So yeah, that's the rest of the fight, is just more of this.
All right. Keep it up.
Oh, we still didn't even get that break. Well, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do, but I can at least break that.
Hey! Classic.
And having access to Wyvern Soul Defense down large, boy, does that make it a lot easier to get the knockdowns here.
How's our chance?
Now's the time. Counting on you.
That helps. How's your chance?
It's exposed, yet it's using an AoE. Or no, it might be just going for one of those two. Yeah, it probably is. I haven't known Namiel to use AoEs in depleted mode while exposed. In fact, in my experience, when it's exposed, or when it is in depleted mode, if it becomes exposed, it just straight up skips the AoE that would otherwise be at the end of depleted. And now we've got 2 monsties with full kinship, so even if this thing went into AoE mode, like even with AoE spam, we would still be totally fine. At this point, there is basically 0 risk in this fight.
That helps. Now, ready?
And you know what?
Okay.
Let's finish with Voltage Crash. As long as it's not Game Crash.
See that? Our friendship, you did it! Yeah. On to the
And that's a Namiel down. From full. Turns out when you outlevel it instead of the other way around, it's much easier. Oh, Cora, welcome back.
Yay!
You beat up that mean old monster for me? Oh, wow. Thank you, Cora. You too, miss. This means I can go out and look for rocks again. Isn't that great? You know, I want to learn more and more about rocks. Then I can be just like Cora. One day I'll find something so big and cool it'll blow your mind. I can't wait to see your face, Cora. Okay, now to head over here. And what is in this quest den? A pickle. A pickle guarding a Legiana egg. Right, we were supposed to get a Legiana egg for the new recruit or whatever. Even though clearly a bunch of people ride Velocidromes. Isn't a Velocidrome the thing that you would want to give a new recruit? Something a little easier to handle?
He snuck up on us.
And here I thought that we were just done with pickles.
What a win!
Something tells me that there was scripted. Like, oh, there's a pickle in the den. Yeah, this pickle's got a quest marker on him. He was 100% scripted. So there was a pickle in the den, and then when you get out, you're ambushed by a pickle. I think they probably expected us to not fight the pickle the first time,
I've got this.
but they expected wrong. Oh, I've still got Cora with me. Whatever, she'll be fine, I'm sure. And the Blightstone is on the wings. Let's go for that.
I won!
Nice, we got Nox Poison and Para. Love to see it. Okay, what are you Omni chasing? Let's find out. The wings! Excellent. Good job, Thorn.
Over here!
You're doing it right.
Are you okay? Now's our chance! This will do it! Nice job!
Alright, Feral Gale Trap hit everyone, unfortunately. Let's not have Thorn go for the wings. but I think I'm still gonna. In fact, I'm gonna aerial aim the wings. Mainly in the hopes that it gets us the stagger, and thus makes it so that the backlash always misses. And there we go. We're good.
They're open.
I like how the backlash goes at Cora because she taunted it, regardless of who triggers the backlash.
Come on, everyone.
Okay, so... I don't know what this thing uses in this mode. It was using speed earlier, so it's probably using tech or power now. Let's put our money on power. Should have put my money on tech. Oh, you can just flash it out of the sky, huh? I guess that makes sense.
No. Watch out.
And we are about to lose a couple hearts, but that's fine. As long as we don't lose a third. And that Venom Flame should break the wings, so let's instead move on to working on something else. Oh, didn't even need the Venom Flame to break the wings. Nice para. And yep, there's the 2 hearts. But they were lost between turns,
Okay.
and therefore the only thing it cost me was those 2 hearts. And we should get a knockdown here.
Now's your chance.
Yep. Not gonna Synchro Rush. Actually, Plesioth Dash is fine.
Good going. Nailed it. Classic. All right, keep it up.
And we are about to get a nice stagger.
Now. Now. Ready?
Might as well go for the double kinship.
Come on.
And I don't believe we've watched this on stream yet, so...
Yeah.
Really wish my part of double kinships was more interesting, but it never is.
You get that. I'll give it my all. You did it. Nice job. That's done.
Oh dear.
Your Highness, how fares things with the Pharaoh Legiana? Oh, he's dead.
Thank you.
You took down the Pharaoh Legiana. You have my deepest thanks, Princess Garnet. To be frank, when I faced down the monster, my whole body was shaking like a leaf. I remembered the time I saw you facing off against the Anjanath. I'd let escape out of fear for my life. This time I just had to be brave enough to stand up to the monster, just like you did back then, Your Highness. I was certainly no match for the thing, but at least I can say some of your courage rubbed off on me. Next time there's a malicious monster threatening the people, I'll be the one to drive it off. I won't slack on my training. And we do have an egg to hatch. Actually, wait. Probably need to talk to this guy first. Because if I hatch the Legiana egg, be kind of awkward if they made us go get another one. Welcome back. How did it go? Were you able to retrieve the egg?
I owe you.
You know that rookie I was going to give the Legiana to? Actually, I heard he'd prefer a different Monstie. I'll be flying with a Kezu, he said. Here I thought that Legiana were the standard Wyvern Brigade mounts. Can't say I like it, but I suppose this is a sign of the times? Heck, if he can bring his own Kezu, I'll factor that into his evaluation for the Wyvern Brigade. Something like that takes guts. You should keep that Legiana egg, Your Highness, as thanks for all of your hard work. Yep, that sure is great Poogie. Where's his bandana? He doesn't hatch with it? Quick and vicious. That sure is a great Poogie. And we have to get it to level 70 to finish its ecology investigation. Interesting.
We have to stop it.
Just taking a quick look in parts of this town I haven't looked in, just in case they might have Mufa Sparklies. Then again, the last time we got a Mufa information thing, it was from talking to somebody. Oh, these guys clearly aren't doing so great.
Time to go.
Okay, so maybe someone out here in town has something to say about Mufas. What do you want to ride? Oh, you want to ride the giant monster? I mean, I can't blame you. I kind of want to as well.
What's going on? Stay calm, everyone. Leave the town to us. Your Highness.
Forgive me, Princess Garnet. I had a heck of a misconception about all this. All right, there was a den that had a monster in it. I don't remember which monster this was, but it was definitely one of them.
No way.
Once her tears dried up, she explained that a feral young cuckoo had invaded her secret base. I thought it was the work of some little rascal. If I knew a monster had taken over the base, I would have never... It's less that her secret base was taken, and more like the monster came back to the den she'd turned into a secret base. She must be so used to monsters that her self-protection instinct has lowered. I'm just glad it didn't turn into a bigger incident. Thank you for taking care of that for us, Your Highness. I'll make sure my child knows to keep her distance from monsters.
Check that out.
I'd imagine whoever's going to give us the last bit of Mufa information would say something about Mufas in their little above-head text.
What to do? Yes.
I'm awake. I'm awake. What happened to that Espinasse blocking the road?
Well, now.
That Espinasse was so sleep-deprived it could barely stand on its own 2 feet? For heaven's sake. With all that shallow sleep, it must have been so exhausted that it passed out right in the road. Well, anyway, with this matter settled, my courier work is up and running. Or at least that's what I'd like to say. But if I keep working like this, my own sleep deprivation might make me pass out like the Espinasse. I'll get some sleep, then get back to business. Thank you so much, Your Highness. Make sure you take your own well-earned rest.
Gotta do something.
This guy says jumpin' Jaggy in a game where there aren't any Jaggies. So I guess that isn't the first time that's been the case. We had that happen in Monster Hunter World.
Check that out.
Oh, stop.
Oh,
Your Highness, if you're here, does that mean you dealt with whatever's going on with the lake?
thank you.
Yes, I knew it. The rains died down and the lake is back to the way it used to be. Huh? There really was a monster at the bottom of the lake messing with the water? An elder dragon? What in the Gypsero spit is an elder dragon doing in Azuria? Wait, if I'd actually tried fishing without knowing it was there, it really might have dragged me under, huh? Whew, boy, talk about an I told you so from old Grandpa. I owe him an apology for writing it off as superstition. At any rate, now I know what caused all that commotion. I'll be sure to tell the others.
Well.
Princess Garnet, don't tell me you've already gathered those 3 materials I need.
Thanks.
Fantastic. These are just the 3 materials I needed. How in the world did you... No, that doesn't matter. I'll use these precious pieces you've collected toward the gift for my precious grandkiddies. How old are they, you ask? 5, 3, and 1. What do you mean I'm being hasty? You look at them cute little faces and tell me they don't spur you into action. They could be the youngest riders in the history of the kingdom. The next generation has unlimited potential. Ho, ho, ho. Something tells me I'm not going to find that last bit of Mufa info I'm looking for. Not at the moment. Because I don't know where it is, and it might not even be in this town. Might be a different town. Anyway, we appear to be done in Azuria for now. Canalta, we're done except for finding all of the thingies. Tarquin, we've got quite a bit to do. Have you procured my precious piece already? Yes, this is it. Material from that shrouded Nersilla. The vibrant violet that seems almost alive. The crystal and amber body fit to fell its prey. My heart flutters to lay hands on such a marvelous raw material. I must transform this brilliance into a brooch at once. While we still have Cora in the party, we have got the cask captain to defeat.
We've got the upper hand. There we go. All right.
I probably shouldn't have used that.
Excellent job.
Cora's move would have finished it anyway. But whatever. Barrel felines forever, you say. Or cask commander, I'm sorry. Someone's finally come to take me down, have they? Let me guess, that scary-looking feline put you up to this, eh? You listen and you listen good, even if I'm gone. The allure of the barrel will never fade. Snarf. But also from closer. Snarf.
We've got the upper hand.
I don't remember what Nibble Snarf's weak to. Ice. But also lightning.
Let's go. Thank you. You did it!
Counting on you.
That helps. Watch out! What?
Go for the strange dune. Does that imply one should be stranger than the others? I'm not seeing any noticeable differences between them.
Counting on you.
All right, so that wasn't the correct one.
This will do it. Let's calm down.
I don't know what this thing's going to use right now, but I assume it's going to be speed. Tech.
Now's your chance.
Now!
We've got this. All right.
Oh, that teamwork.
I very briefly considered just doing a regular preemptive on that Malzeno and getting some eggs, but we're not here for eggs right now.
Thank you.
Good one. Counting on you.
That helps.
And we are about to get the knockdown.
All right.
You did it!
Or maybe we're not. Dog fast enough to get in the trap before we can knock it down.
All right, keep it up.
It might never get knocked down at this rate.
All right.
Oh, that teamwork.
And now there's a Velkhana here. I can't say no to a Velkhana. What I can do is ask what the heck this exclamation point is. Why is it here? Oh, it's going to be way up on the nose, isn't it? I heard that thing coming up from behind. Oh, what's this? This is just for looking at that.
Yes.
I really have to wonder why there's no prompt like this up on Mount Canalta for the one there. So, where's the cat? Turns out it's not on the nose. It looks like it's not going to be in the mouth either. So is the exclamation mark here because it's like in one of these sand pits? But not this one specifically? Maybe. Either way, let's go beat up that Velkhana. And before we beat it up, we can turn in the quest for beating up a Velkhana.
Oh my.
Oh, hey Ranger, welcome back.
Oh now.
Wait, what? You really hunted the Elder Dragon for me? You have no idea how amazing that makes you. Hold on, that makes it sound like I didn't believe in you. I knew you could do it, I swear. I just didn't expect the report to be so nonchalant. Threw me off a bit, that's all. Thank you very much. There are plenty of talented hunters out there, but I've never seen skills the likes of yours before. I mean, surely you must realize what a feat this is. Are all rangers this modest? A little gloating wouldn't kill you, you know. Anyway, the point is, thank you. You really saved me. Kind of funny, turning that in while there's a Velkhana on screen. Okay, we've still got the food buff, which is good. We're going to grab Eleanor here because she and Angie do in fact help. Though I wonder, how would D do? Looks like it's a little bit too spec'd towards Thunder for my tastes. So yeah, let's just keep Angie. And the Goss Harag armor is useful against Velkhana. And we can actually swap out the all-element defense boost for... where is it? Where's it? I want stamina surge. There we go. And this ought to do just fine against Velkhana, though actually... Dragon Buster is less useful... Or wait, no, Dragon Buster... Dragon Buster is less useful against Velkhana than Elemental Breaker. Because Velkhana, unlike Namiel, is not about getting knockdowns. It is about breaking the parts as quickly as you can. The faster you can break them, the easier a time you will have with Velkhana. That is not true for Namiel. Namiel is all about getting knockdowns. Though I think this will be the last Velkhana I need to defeat for Velkhana parts. And I don't even need to defeat Yamutsukami again, I just need to fight it one more time, because I only need one more point worth of Yamutsukami parts. Not that I'm about to say no to getting more points at any time, like, because they might add stuff that needs more points in a patch or something. But... for now, at least, I need exactly one more point.
How's
Alright, well, Angie and Eleanor are going to get rid of their frostblight, though I've still got mine. Yeah, we're going to have Ratha keep Savage Fireballing in hopes that we can get a burn.
Ah, yes! This will do it!
Too early for Great Flaming Vortex, bud. Let's continue doing things what might get us burns. Gonna conserve a little bit of stamina with a fireball.
Don't push yourself! Now's our chance!
Alright, so in freezing fog mode, it is going to be using speed. So, fireball again, sure. And I'm actually going to swap to my hammer. Because my hammer can do the most when not using a skill. And hey, we got a burn! And it was very kind of that Velkhana to head with me. Because if it hadn't, I probably would have been knocked down this turn due to Frostblight. We don't want Flame Chakram, we actually want Great Flaming Vortex. And it looks like we're going to probably get all 3 breaks this turn. As long as Ratha survives that, which he did.
Oh, now's our chance! You did it! All right! Now! I won't give up.
And looks like we are about to break those claws forever. I'm going to go ahead and slap an aerial aim. Actually, let's have him put Great Flaming Vortex on the tail. And I will slap aerial aim on the claws, which should still get the break, because this doesn't account for the guaranteed crit for it being down.
Classic! You've got this!
And we have crashed. That's unfortunate. I don't like crashing, and also that's the first time I've seen a crash while running at 1440p. So at least now I know I don't have to drop to 1440p in order to avoid crashes, because it doesn't let me avoid crashes. But hey, that means I don't have to sacrifice the visual presentation. And I mean, sure, 1440p is still plenty fine. There's a lot of people who only play games in 1440p. But I've said it before and I say it again. I did not buy a 5090 to run games at 1440p. Okay, I believe, yes, Windows error reporting has gone through. So now, again, I'm sorry, Capcom, I really wish I could send you this error report, but I've got a stream to get back to. Okay, food buff's still active. We are in the correct spot. We are running at 4K. And we're taking a quick look at the map, and hey, look, that spawned in 2 super rare dens. But I'm going for this Velkhana first because we're already in the right spot and already basically here.
Hold on.
Okay. Back at it. Need to hydrate.
Press it.
So Ratha has managed to avoid getting ice bladed. Not that that matters too much. And in fact, we're about to get rid of our ice blade. I hope Eleanor is using that not on me. Okay, she's using it on Angie. Though it's kind of a waste because if she can do a double later, then she'll get it off of both Angie and herself, but whatever. So I'm about to get hit in the face with some ice. But we are allowed to Great Flaming Vortex now, so let's go ahead and start using that. And I don't have Quick Shot, do I? I don't. So let's just hope this Rapid Shot goes off first. If I had used a heal, then it wouldn't have changed a darn thing. In fact, you could argue it's ideal that I don't heal because that means Heroics is active. Okay, so it's an Ice Mantle, so it will be using speed now. Wait. We want to be using Hammer because, again, Hammer can do the most when not using a skill. And Eleanor just wasted her turn. She should have Nullberry Elixired herself, because then she wouldn't have been toppled. And let's throw a Great Flaming Vortex on those hands, while I do an Omni Chaser on that face, and hopefully someone gets to go before the Velkhana. No one gets to go before the Velkhana, so I'm just losing a heart. Oh well. If anyone had gone before the Velkhana, it would have been staggered. And I would have gotten to keep my heart and my heroics.
Now's your chance. Don't push yourself. Now's our chance. You did it! Now!
And them's the breaks.
Ready. Let's calm down.
It is not burning, so Great Flaming Vortex is not what we use. Let's use... Actually, it doesn't matter what we use in terms of Wyvernfell. We can just go for straight up damage right now. So I guess... and since Ratha is full on kinship, let's Infernal Flames.
Counting on you.
Might get some value out of that. Though admittedly, that will not help us get a burn. And we can't Omni Chaser right now. So let's just Rapid Shot. Or, no, Rapid Shot is not what we want. Spirit Blade. It's at least something.
Impressive.
Nice, we got the Nox Poison.
Watch out!
Okay, and it's in normal mode, so it will be using tech. We can omni-chase this.
Press it. Damn. Now's your chance. Got it.
And the ice is on. Which means Angie is electing to lose this head-to-head. Not much I can do about that, though. Looks like Meteor Hammer shows more, but maybe Omni Chaser. Like, I don't know whether or not the predicted part break value takes into account the boost from Omni Chaser. I don't think it does. But I suppose we'll find out if we actually get the break this turn. We did not actually get the break this turn. So, looks like, yeah, it probably does account for the boost from Omni Chaser. How much is Venom Flame going to do? Is that going to get the break by itself? It sure is. So, let's move on to a different part. And Anja Assault is at least going to do some damage.
Help me out. How's this? Now.
Didn't realize that we were... or wasn't paying attention. Didn't see that we were about to get a topple. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop some more Infernal Flames on here. And I guess since the face does still need breaking, let's just do a regular attack on it, though. Not gonna spend my stamina. We need to spend the stamina more when it's able to get us breaks that can get us a knockdown.
Watch out.
Okay, Eleanor is going to win this head-to-head. That's totally fine. And we can do some omni-chasing. Shame she's going for a part that's already broken. But it is the part she can do the most damage to, so it's probably for the best anyway.
Now.
And we go straight to Freezing Fog now. Which means we have to be using speed. Cruel Claw probably gets us the most value.
Okay.
Would have loved to see a burn get applied there. This Velkhana is doing something multi-target. So I'm going to swip to Ratha, hop on, and throw a Savage Fireball at that there face.
No.
And we did not get a burn, so Great Flaming Vortex is not the thing to use. I will instead Flame Chakram on the forelegs, which will get us that break.
Now. You've got this.
No burn, though.
Now's our chance.
That got us a burn.
Now.
Which means Great Flaming Vortex is unlocked, and we are going to get a knockdown this turn.
Keep it up. Impressive. Now's your chance. All right. Keep it up.
I feel like if we do a double kinship right now, it'll do huge damage. Plus, we're going to get a topple on the next turn anyway. So it'll go right back on the floor.
Eleanor, got it.
So at this point, we've pretty much already won the fight.
I'll give it my all. Watch out! Now!
You know what? A Synchro Rush might even do it.
How about this? You did
And
it!
will, in fact, do it. Excellent. Velkhana down.
Nice teamwork. Yeah. Oh dear.
So now let's go get these super rare dens. Because they are here, and it would be a shame to let them go to waste.
Hold on.
I'll take a highly potent dark build.
All right. Go!
And I believe the fastest way to reach the other super rare den is to just go this way. Typically, I would stop on the floor and beat up that Arkveld and maybe try and get some more Arkveld eggs, but I'm honestly probably good on those. At least good enough that I don't have to do it on stream. Been a while since I've seen an Azure Rathlos in that spot. It's been Stygians and Ogre for the last several times. I'll take some free Magnamalo parts. Alright. Legiana is probably the best thing I've found among the things I found there, so I don't mind getting stuck with it. I just would have liked to see a Legiana or maybe a Magnamalo instead. Or not Legiana, Velkhana or a Magnamalo instead. Legiana's fine and all, but Velkhana's better.
We've got the upper hand.
Okay, Jade Baroth and Glavenus. It's always sad when you use Infernal Flames on multiple targets and get no status out of it.
This will do it.
There we go, now we at least got something.
Watch out!
Okay, Glavenus is now in Hot Tail mode, which I believe means tech? Nope, it means power.
Do it! Are you okay?
Well, we can at least get this Baroth out of here.
Classic! You've got this!
Maybe.
No!
Well, I just don't get a turn.
Oh, hey!
But the Baroth is still out of here. And hey, now I'm not skill sealed.
Nice job! Let's calm down. Are you okay?
Eleanor seems uniquely bad at winning head-to-heads, especially when mounted.
Help me
I
out.
have not seen any partner lose as many as she does.
This will do it! You did it! Nice teamwork. Yeah.
Hi.
Ah, adventurer, fare thee well? Have you procured the materials for my dream blade from those menacing monsters?
Thanks.
Oh, this jagged juxtaposition of supreme sharpness. Seregios and Shogun Cenotar parts. That is my indubitable conclusion. Turning these elements into a sword should produce what can only be called a self-sharpening blade system. With this material in the sheath, the blade will be sharpened every time it's housed. No need for whetstones, a perpetual edge. You've more than earned my gratitude, adventurer. Please accept my secret decoration as a token of thanks. With my dream blade finally within smithing distance, my entire being trembles with excitement. We're actually going to ignore that quest giver for a moment, just a brief moment, because I still need like 20 Thunderbug juice. Or not Thunderbug, Dragon Bug. Point is, I need a bunch, and it comes from bugs. So there we go, now I've got some.
Hi.
The pain in my posterior is a bit more manageable now. Ow. So how'd things go with those two monsters?
I owe you.
You defeated them both? Thanks a lot. Now me and my broken buttocks can make the trek back up the mountain. One thing still bugs me. Isn't it weird for a monster like Glavenus to be around here voluntarily? Could there be a secret monster paradise tucked between the freezy peaks of the glacial caps? Yeah, right. That's just a fairy tale I heard around here way back. Such legends are part and parcel for remote lands like these. Right then, I'd better get back to the mountain. The view from the top of the glacial caps is sure to be out of this world. Alright, so we appear to be done in Sarathis, but we still have quite a bit to do in Tarquan. And so to Tarquan we go, to do quite a bit. Also, hello, 2 super rare dens, including one in a place I've never seen one before. Let's go to those first. We can do way better than Fall Grange or Diablos from here, and that is way better. I'm really hoping I find something that gives Dancer XL. I've found Dancer L, but I don't believe I've found XL. And another XL that I'm really hoping to find at some point is non-element defense. Oh, there's a purple sparkly here. I must grab it. Oh no, my meal's gone. For ground travel, this dog is the fastest monster I have. On the party, that is. We take an Arkveld. We will also accept a Malzeno. But I don't believe we take anything else that we could get from these. Stinges and Ogre is tempting, but I think we go Arkveld or Malzeno or bust. Nice try, Malzeno, but you weren't highly potent. Game really wants me to just accept a highly potent Stygian and Ogre, but nope. It is wild that they added Shogun Cenotar as a mountable monstie and yet did not add any other crabs. Not even Rust Razor as mountable monsties. And in fact, they removed some crabs that used to be fightable monsties. So, like, yeah, where are all the Hermitars? Where's Rust Razor? And I believe there's going to be an Almudron after this Bisha 10. Yeah, like, they could have at least given us Rust Razor, because then they wouldn't have even had to do a whole new model. They just could have... well, I guess they would have had to remodel at least the claws, but that's it. They could have reused most of the model for Rust Razor. It's just baffling, some of the monsters they chose not to add in this game. Not only the monsters they chose not to add, the monsters they chose to cut. Alright, so this will get rid of the Bisha 10, no problem. And there's the Almudron. As much as I like Thorn, I don't think he's going to do too hot with Para on him. And so, let's break out Ratha. Almudron is, I believe, a tech? Or no, power. I believe it's a power monster. In which case, it should probably be using speed right now in normal mode. So let's give it a Flame Chakram.
Counting on you.
And let's see if we can get a double here. We can!
Okay.
Oh, this thing ain't gonna last long. I may not have a coating, but rapid shot still gets us this break. And that break gets us a knockdown, which means that this Great Flame Vortex gets us the kill.
Yeah. On to the next.
Oh, there's a super rare den there too. I was not paying enough attention. Let's go grab that. Black Gravios is the thing I probably want least out of everything I can get here. Admittedly, Green Plesioth is also pretty low on the list. Oh, that's gonna catch me.
I've got this. Let's go. A little training. You did it! Excellent job. Not bad. Pretty good.
And that's another Namiel. I do not need another Namiel. What I need is Ibushi and Narwa. And Yamatsukami, kind of. Since we are so close, let's go ahead and do the quests. Or quest that asks us to battle another Rider's Monsties.
All right.
Great, then you'll fight your fill against my Toby Kadachi, Aurora Somnicanth, and Tetranodon.
We've got this, everyone. Let's go.
Alright, so no items allowed here. Somnicanth, I believe, does tech first. So let's actually just whip out a Savage Fireball here.
Let's go.
Nice.
They clearly are not fans of me. And thankfully, Ogden using a Pip Trap doesn't ruin things for the rest of us. Maybe a Perfect Strike. There's a non-zero chance it stops them from doing things. Nice, he got the Toby in the trap. That's the faster one. And the one that I was less likely to be able to outspeed. Unfortunately, we still didn't get the stun, and now we are skill sealed, which is very bad. Aurora Somnicanth is now mad, which I believe means it uses speed now.
All right.
And I was correct, but it doesn't matter because Ogden is using a trap,
Now's your chance.
You're on a roll.
and it didn't even matter anyway because it was falling down.
Watch out.
So Aurora Canth down. Toby we gotta get rid of. Chirpy and Ratha might break the claws. There is a chance.
Good one.
Nice. So Toby is knocked down, and this Synchro Rush might finish it. And if it does, then we will have saved a turn, but it didn't, so we saved no turn. But I did just get the Steam achievement for doing all of the Synchro Rushes, so I never have to do another one for the Steam achievement. Okay, Venom Surprise is going to finish this Toby, probably. So I'm just going to use something that lets me recover a little stamina.
You did it!
Alright, Tetranodon, I believe, is not going to use power until it gets its full belly. I don't know what it's going to use. Let's assume it's going to use tech. Nope, it uses power. Okay, I should have trusted Ratha.
That helps.
You got it.
Just the full belly mode feels more like the mode in which it would use power. Yeah, let's just do it. Or no, let's not do a perfect strike. Because we want to get this break.
Thank you. Let's do this.
Poor Chirpy. Okay, now it's in full belly mode, but it's not going to stay there for long. He uses tech in full belly mode. That is weird. Not going to use this Synchro Rush. Because I frankly don't need it.
Let's go.
In fact, I believe if I use this right here, we will get our kill.
Okay. See that? All right. You did it. Yeah. On to the next.
Right.
Impressive work. You active duty riders are the real deal. And there we go. I definitely did it within 18 turns. I think it did it within 9. Your skills are superb, no doubt about it. And your monsties are a cut above the rest. Just look how pleased my monsters are now that they've had a real chance to let loose. Take this as a token of our gratitude. You and your partners can only get stronger from here. Actually, we can't. We're level 99. Next time you come through, come over and say hello. Oh, we've got another person.
Why, hello there.
Oh, you're the rumored rider from beyond the Great Shelf? And those monsties of yours, what sharp eyes they have. I'm riding an Espinos. You'd think that the part you would describe as sharp would be not the eyes. I'm a recluse rider. I don't need to tell you what that is from the looks of things. My monsters can be a bit intimidating. Just the sight of them scares man and monster alike. Surely a veteran rider like yourself wouldn't shy away from a duel against my monsters, would you? Oh, so this is how we get the absolute evasion deco. I've been wondering how to get that, because, like, Octans had absolute evasion from the very start. And I really wanted it back then, but I guess we have to wait until now to get it. And we have to beat a handful of spiders for it. Thank you so much. It's been so long since our last battle, my monsters are practically howling with delight. The Temnoceran rays make even riders cower in fear. Not in feel, in fear. I don't get it. How could you say no to those adorable faces? You think so too, don't you? What could be cuter than a Nerscylla, a shrouded Nerscylla, and Arachnakadaki? Once you see how dashing they are in battle, I'm sure you'll get the appeal. Let me know when you're ready to be dazzled.
I'm not giving up.
All right, my sweet Nerscylla, shrouded Nerscylla, and Arachnakadaki. Show them your star power.
I've got this. Let's go.
Easy.
Yeah, Calfor, I could have done this quest a while ago, but I couldn't have done it while I was still under-leveled for everything, which is when I really wanted absolute evasion. Okay, so Nerscylla is going to use power first. Let's swap to someone who can double with me, so that we can get rid of that.
Counting on you.
And I'll just use my hammer. Because it's going to break regardless of what weapon we use.
All right.
Keep it up. Now's our chance.
And let us continue to double this spider.
All right.
On the subject of spiders,
You okay?
Really, Ogden, you put the trap in front of the one that I was going for? That I was going to double? Ogden just denied us a double attack. He should have put it in front of his spider. Whatever. Now looks like a decent time for Infernal Flames.
Let's go.
And we can perfect strike here. An interesting thing about spiders in this game. Rachna Kadaki cannot climb walls. It does not have wall climb. It is the one spider monstie without wall climb.
Watch out.
Okay. I don't remember what Nerscylla uses when it's mad, but it might not matter.
Counting on you.
But I think it's power. No, it's speed.
Go on.
Nice job.
Well, Nerscylla down.
Thank you. Don't push yourself. You did it! All right.
And there goes Shrouded Nerscylla. Yeah, Califor, I'm also kind of sad Lullabarina wasn't in this game. Okay. I'm going to Infernal Flames with Thorn, but I'm also going to cure that Para. No, I'm not, because we can't use items or we lose out on rewards. Well, dang, I guess we're just going to have to hope that the Para doesn't go through. Nice.
Eyes up.
And let's roll the dice on that Para again. I wasn't paying attention. They used power and beat this thing in a head-to-head, right? I think that's what they did. Oh. That's the part that hasn't broken, which means we need to actually stay with our longsword. And I can actually lunge stance here. Oh.
Okay.
You did it! Again!
No need for Infernal Flames at this point. Let's bring in someone who isn't going to fail a head-to-head. And Rachna Kadaki is weak to ice and water. Okay, so let's inundate it. Make it weak to a little something else too.
Counting on you.
All right.
All right. All right.
Now's the time. Good going.
You did it!
Counting on you.
That helps.
And there's our topple. We are not going to synchro rush this. Mildly surprised that Ogden isn't getting on Chirpy right now. And let's throw some fleeting effervescence at this thing. Because we just need damage more than anything. And to that end... lunge stance. I don't like that he went before my lunge stance. It denied me a lunge.
Oh, hey.
It did not matter.
Oh, that teamwork.
Whoa!
What a fantastic battle. Just look how happy my monsters are. They really do shine brightest when they get a chance to battle their little hearts out. I'd say my Temnoceran monsters had a lot of fun. Allow me to thank you for the wonderful experience with this. I'll happily accept any invitation you throw our way. Come play with my little ones again whenever you feel like it. I don't want to. And apparently that's the last of these. Dang it, the inability to attack for a while after swapping monsties is so annoying.
You've got the upper hand.
What are you weak to in what spots? Okay, 4 legs are weak to cut. Let's go ahead and stick with cut then.
Now's the time. Counting on you.
That helps.
Good one. Yeah.
Thank you. Watch out!
Look at him going first.
Counting on you.
That helps. All right, keep it up.
Oof, and Ratha stays toppled.
You did it! Now's your chance.
What goes around comes around.
That'll do it.
Hey!
Oh, that teamwork.
Okay, let's go. Beat up the Baroth down here. That's not a Baroth.
Easy peasy.
You did it! What a win! Oh, good.
That's that.
I don't know what this thing's gonna be weak to. But it looks like it's water typed.
Everyone, let's go!
Take it easy now.
It is weak to fire. Fascinating. And it's probably gonna use speed first, right? Nice. And we got the burn. May have gotten myself backlash, pulled an Ogden. But now we can bust that head and no one will pull any more Ogdens.
This will do it!
Counting on you.
That helps.
Now Big Boy's muddy and weak to water. So, we know what to do with that. And this should get the leg break between Namiel and me. Oh yeah, no question.
Now's our chance!
And looks like we will get the back break with that. And I can use Spear Blade on the tail. Sure, why not?
This will do it. Now's our chance.
And we got a stagger. Those are always nice.
Now.
And those two are both going for the tail. It might break with just them. But it also might not. But I'm gonna assume that it will. And slap a meteor hammer on this head along with Namiel's surface break. Okay, tail is not busted yet. Neither is the head.
Watch out.
Surely they're going to bust the tail this turn.
This will do it. Classic.
There we go. Everything busted.
Counting on you.
That helps.
And now that it's got no mud, it's weak to fire again.
Counting on you.
That should break the legs. And this will at least put some work towards the tail. Not that the tail is ever going to break because the Barroth's dead.
All right. Yeah. On to the next.
Okay, let's go over here. And I need to actually look. What is the case of the kidnapped feline again? Just find the feline who went missing. Do we have any more info about said feline? She loves Gaul. So I need to have Gaul in the party to find her, probably.
He snuck up on us. You did it.
Get out of here, frog.
Right. Excellent job.
I didn't mean get out of here to your den. Time to deal with every monster that one merchant ever upset.
We've got the upper hand.
Actually, it's probably better if I conserve my stamina during this first monster, because this is a 3-monster battle. And the first one is the easiest one by far.
Thank you.
It would not surprise me if this Great Flaming Vortex just ended the thing. But it looks like it gets to go first. And Ratha went last, so Great Flaming Vortex didn't have the chance to end it immediately. Okay, Kuliaku, I feel, is gonna use speed first? But it could just as easily be tech. But I think what matters most is not doing a head-to-head with Kuliaku, but rather getting rid of that face on the Gypseros. And looks like a Meteor Hammer will do that by itself, so let's actually just go ahead and toss a fireball at this Kuliaku. Okay, it uses tech. Now we know.
Now's the time.
Uh-oh. They don't want me hammering this Kuliaku.
All right.
I mean, once it gets a rock out, they want me to hammer that, but...
Eyes up.
Looks like Gypsaros probably wants to flash, but good news, that means nothing.
Now's your chance.
Goodbye, Rock.
Let's calm down. Brother!
Hopping on Ratha to cure that poison. And you know what? This might get rid of the Kuliaku.
Okay. See that?
Not quite.
Good go.
Close, though. Looks like Chirpy's got the Kuliaku covered.
You did it!
My bad, Chirpy and Ogden.
Alright! Now!
And that Synchro Rush should finish this.
How about this?
You did it!
Oh, that teamwork.
Oh look, it's another Namiel. Because it's freaking always another Namiel.
We've got the upper hand!
Okay, water is not actually good against this thing. I was thinking that it would be ice and then water, but no, it's ice and then electric. Good news, I've got some electric to use.
Now's the time. Counting on you.
That helps. Nice job! Now's our chance!
Yeah.
Thank you! Watch out!
And this thunderclap should break that, or those spikes. Which means I can instead go for a meteor hammer on the face.
Alright!
Yep, spikes busted.
Counting on you.
That helps. Alright, keep it up!
And I feel like I'm probably best off changing Monsties at this particular moment in time. And maybe we can slap a Nami Torrent on here so that when Blanc comes back, we get some more damage out of it.
This will do it!
You okay? Now. Yeah.
Thank you! There! Yeah.
And this thunderclap should actually just score the kill.
Let's go!
You're on a roll.
Easy peasy.
Oh, that teamwork.
Why is this thing still an exclamation point? There we go. Okay, now we need to get Gull out here. And just to make it likelier that the cat will be here, let's reload while having Gull in the party. Well, we made it here on our first try, and hey, look, there's the cat. Gull? Miss Ranger? Even Murray? Pinch me, am I dreaming? What, you were looking for me? My old lady's worried. Aw, fish sticks, what have I done? I'm so sorry. The thing is, I've always been Murray's biggest fan. I can't bring myself to talk to him, so I just watch from a distance. And then I see him talking to my old lady like it was nothing. I freaked out and ran with my tail between my legs. I just kept running and running, and before I knew it, I was out here with no clue on how to get home. My mistake. I give my left whiskers to talk to that guy. What can I say? I'm just a big old fraidy cat. How embarrassing. What, you don't think it's a big deal? Well, that's very understanding of you all. Maybe I'll give it a shot next time. Home's that away? I can go back on my own as long as I know where to go. I'm in the perfect mood for a walk anyway. Thanks a bunch. Alright, so that's that done. And it looks like this will probably be our fastest way back to Case of the Kidnapped Feline. I believe the lady was up on top of the Lao. I love how unique Namiel's flying silhouette is.
What to do?
Did you find my dear feline?
Thank you.
Dearie me, you found her? Oh, thank the stars. She saw me talking to Gull, you say? And my starstruck Sweetums turned tail and ran? No, she saw you talking to Murray. So that's why she didn't come home. My, oh my. Well, that's a feline of a different color. Here, I thought a chance to speak to her idol would make her like the cat that got the cream. I'm awfully sorry for all the hubbub. Thank you kindly for tracking down my dear Sweetums. Alright, and then we gotta go put Ogden in the party to turn in this quest. Hail and well met. How goes the task at hand?
Thanks.
Yes, yes. I knew I saw something in you, Ogden. This means my merchant caravan is free to come and go without hassle. I truly cannot thank you enough. Moreover, and perhaps more importantly, my eye for talent has been validated once again. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Alright, Tarquan itself is done. I believe we have a bunch of quests to turn in Galliard. Yeah, we kind of do. Just a few.
Save the egg quartz for later.
There's not enough information.
Look who we have here!
Well met, O Savior, O feller of mountains. I'm truly astonished you actually managed to complete the task.
Thank you.
Your name shall be passed down for generations, the one who brought the levitating peak down to earth and saved this land.
Good to see you.
My word, greetings and good day to you.
Huh?
Goodness, you've defeated the Sandbarioth? Finally, we can all rest easy. Thank you ever so much. Now the merchant caravans can deliver their goods. I can finally buy those nice new clothes I've been wanting. You see, I have a date scheduled for my next day off. The thought of new clothes for the occasion made me blurt that out. How rude of me. And I'm just gonna look. Okay, no new quest in there.
Greetings.
Welcome back.
I owe you.
Good work. Wow, you really did not disappoint. So that's how riders fight, huh? Oh yeah, I watched all sneaky like from the sidelines. You didn't notice? I may be weak, but I hide my presence like a pro. Watching you made me think that there must be a better way for me to fight. Got me real pumped up. Thanks, lass. I'll be sure to call on you next time something comes up. Until then, keep watching Corbin's back, would you? PK's too. I have to wonder what PK is supposed to stand for.
How's it going?
How goes the Devil Joe slaying?
Thank you.
You really carved through all of those voracious devils. You're even better than I thought. I thought I had an eye for talent, but I might be a virtuoso. Why did I need you to slay all those Devil Joe? Well, I guess I can tell you at least. Have you heard of the rapacity that devours the world? Well, basically, that's a spooky nickname for a Devil Joe's stomach. Those guys will eat anything, and I do mean anything. That's why their tummies are veritable cornucopias of materials. For merchants like me, it's like the best treasure chest there is. All sorts of high-value goodies rest inside. I'll go fetch the stomachs myself. Your part is done. Oh, just don't tell anyone else about them, okay? Thanks again for your help. You're the best, really. I'm Chance Hunter Kinji, baby. I don't let a single opportunity escape my sight.
Hey.
Took me long enough, but this place is all straightened up. Did you get that Almadron and Bishaten to stop their quarreling?
Thank you.
You slayed them both? Thank you, oh thank you. I could finally put down my mop. I know neither monster was looking to soil the city, it's just... You can't just wait for mud and fruit to break down into the soil like you can out in nature, you know? Now, if I could just get the people around here to realize that the trash they drop on the street doesn't magically disappear either. I'm throwing away so much XP by turning these in without my monsties that I'm trying to level up in the party, but whatever. What's the word, Ranger? Did you take care of that Kuliyaku and his monster crew?
Thanks.
My hero! Thank you, oh thank you! I finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. No more clawed feet making a beeline for my keister. Never thought I'd gather a posse to come after me. Goes to show how much I've been messing with those monsters. Hey, I'll have you know I won't tolerate slander. But, you know, if I've really incurred that much ire with my actions, maybe I should lay off the egg gathering for a while, yeah? Yeah, maybe you should.
That's shocking. And
I won't make any sense.
Hi.
Ho, spectator, have you collected the materials I need to complete my daring feat of death-defying bravery?
Oh,
Splendiferous! Now all I have to do is put this part here and... Voila! My escapology handcuffs are complete! To the outside observer, they look like ordinary cuffs, but twist them like so, and they'll come right off. I'll pop these on, then enter the Nibblesnarf's mouth. As soon as I get the cuffs off, I'll have it swallow a barrel bomb, and bam! How do I plan on escaping the Nibblesnarf's mouth, you ask? There are no tricks when it comes to monsters. No choice but to break on through with brute force. At any rate, looks like my great escape show is on. I'll save a seat for you. And here I thought he was going to say, oh, I'm actually a rider and it's my monstie. A second failure is unacceptable. Have you collected all of the materials I need for my ritual?
Yeah.
No wonder you're my top minion prospect. Quick word... keep tripping over my tongue. Quick work indeed. Now allow me to demonstrate my mastery over the taboo. Stuff the ice-imbued shells, scales, and claws into a glass jar. Hang it above the object you desire, and the condensation will automatically water it. Oh, well that sure is convenient. Now wait a darn minute, why have I incanted a gardening tool into existence? This tome, could it be a primer on agricultural practices? Did that antique dealer bamboozle me? My evil ambitions are done for. Here, you can have this. The recipes inside should be of use to an adventurer like you.
There you are.
Spotted that Goss Harag roaming around Tarquan at night?
Oh, lovely.
You took it down for me? Great, now my quiet nights are back. I'll tell the hunters and scriveners searching for the Goss Harag that the matter's all settled. Thanks to you, tonight's stargazing is back on. The view from Rococo Rocks is out of this world. Come see for yourself sometime. Yeah, actually, if you go out into the middle of a desert, stargazing is great.
hi.
How'd it go? Is it dead?
Thank you.
Thank goodness. I mean, good work as always. Well done. My #1 disciple does it again. Bloodbath's guidance never ceases to amaze. I told you there's plenty of Bloodbath wisdom to go around, and I meant it. Wahahaha. Of course, don't worry about reporting to the client. I'll take care of that. No worries. From that expression on your face, I can tell how it went. You don't even need to tell me. I see. You really busted his barrel. That means my brother is finally free of the barrel's curse. No longer must I chase him around with barrel bombs. We've overcome those casks of captivation. Thanks for helping me avenge my kin. Oh no, he's fine actually. Just obsessed with barrels is all. Alright, that looks like everything. Let's check this, look at all. Okay, there is exactly one quest still in progress. And judging by the time, I can't do it today. So I'm going to do one last thing on stream, and it's make this meal, which might be the last meal. Also, wow, that increased damage to monster parts would have been helpful for Velkana.
Looking forward to it. Bon appetit.
Ooh, I'm hungry.
Crunchy cutlet. This cutlet's captivating contrast of crunchy crust and tender meat is achieved by tenderizing meat with a hammer before coating it in pulverized brute bone batter and flash frying it.
My compliments to the chef.
Enjoy brute bone flavor with each and every crunchy bite.
I'm feeling good.
Could get used to this.
And now I have made every kind of meal.
So, ancient.
Right. Yes.
And with that, it's time for me to call this a stream. So thanks, folks, for dropping by to watch and chat and all that. And I will be back on Thursday when we are going to make main story progress and probably finish this game. See you then, friends.